Well, you can hear the birds in the background, and yep, it's finally spring in Holland, Michigan. So it's good for me to welcome in spring. It's about time, and I'm glad it's here. I hope the temperatures stay now in warmer and not this up and down roller coaster ride. I mean, we've had we've had 71 day and snow the next day and then rain. We've had cyclonic winds, you name it, we've had it in our springtime in Michigan. Today I would like to take you up to real time with Jumpin Judy. I mentioned in our last video that I'm doing something special to keep her alive. I do believe she's in her 3rd year. And it's unusual to have a jumping spider, the Phidippus audax anyway, to go into 3 years of life. Average around 2, I think. But with good care and someone who takes care of the spider like myself, 3 years is probably a little stretch, but you can do it. I've done 2 for 3 years. Anyway, let's go take a look at Jumpin Judy. And then what I want to do after we take a look at her and share a little bit about what's going on in her little life, I'm going to take us back into where we've been and try to connect for you the amazing part of the Phidippus audax jumping spider with its eyes coupled with its fantastic, amazing jumping ability, and how this little tiny brain in there coordinates all of that to make this spider a good predator. Let's go. Okay, let's get Jumpin Judy out of the windowsill and down on the counter so we can take little better shots of her. There we go. And we'll just put Judy right down here. And let's see if I can find her. She normally sits right on top of the empty praying mantis egg sac, but I don't see her there. Sometimes she sits on this stick or the underside of this one. Maybe she's on the bottom here somewhere. Where is Judy? Uh-oh, I hope there's a string from her last feeding attached to a dried out fly. I'm not sure where Judy is. That kind of makes me a little concerned. I'm just going to turn off my camera and see if I can... Found her. She was underneath the praying mantis egg case, so that makes me feel better knowing that she's still with me. Anyway, she's hanging on the underneath side of the praying mantis egg case, so that's good. And I'm going to try to feed her this morning. Yesterday, when I went to feed her, she didn't want anything to do with eating. So, well, at least we tried a couple times, and I gave up. So I'm going to try again this morning. Maybe she's hungry and she'll take a fly off the thread. That's how I've been keeping the girl alive for the last, I say several months now. She is almost totally blind. She can recognize some movements right in front of her, but I think she has learned to feel the vibration of the fly's wings, and then she takes a leap of faith, or sometimes she'll play with it, touch it, get it to move a little bit, and then if she thinks it's what she wants, which they love flies, then of course, bam, she'll grab it and enjoy the meal. So let's see what's going to happen today. I have no guarantees that she'll eat, but I hope she does. It's been at least 2 or 3 days now since she has eaten. Now, Judy is not cooperating eating. It's been 3 days since she's eaten anything, no matter what I try. She's really afraid of what approaches her, kind of like a senior citizen whose eyes have failed. Yeah, like hers. She's afraid of any prey that comes near her. Used to be able to feed her. Started out with, she'd grab her own flies in her habitat. And now, then it proceeded to where her eyes got really bad. I had to have her, I do some mirror testing for defensive posturing. And I just did it this morning, and she will recognize another spider and lift her legs, but she's got to be face to face with it. In other words, about a half inch maximum. So when it comes to feeding, I ended up putting a fly in the refrigerator for about 1:30 seconds, just so it stunned it enough but didn't kill it, and then I could tie a thread to one of its hind legs, and then it would fly around like a balloon on a string. Okay, the thread's been attached to the fly. The fly is starting to recover from the cold, and it's ready to bring the fly over to the jumping spider. And let's see how this works, or doesn't work. Great, I got a flyer. The sound of the wings is good for Judy to hear, but to get it near her, for her to even see anything about it, as you can see, she's backing away from it right now. She might decide to go play with it if she thinks it's a fly. Come on, Judy, you gotta eat, girl. Well, good, she made an attempt. We may be in... I gotta settle the fly down. Okay, sorry, Judy. She sees something big coming at her, doesn't know it's the camera. Sorry, the fly, you didn't catch it fast enough, so it managed to pull itself out of my little tie knot on its leg, and it has flown into the kitchen. Now I gotta catch it again and repeat the freezer exercise and try to bring her back to... Alright, that's my alarm to go get the fly out of the freezer. You have a very short time span to work with. Once you take the fly out of the freezer, you got to move quickly and get your string tied onto the fly before it comes conscious again. Right now it's out cold. That's good. Okay, fly secured, conscious again, and let's see if we can... And Judy, she already went one lap around the outside rim of the jar. And yet, oh, look at there, she can see that camera. See how she backs up from it? She'll know what it is. Can't see it clearly at all, but knows it's something big. Okay, fly going in. Judy sees it. She's scared of it because she doesn't know what it is yet. Great. You can see the string has come off. If Judy gets lucky, tries to move in, and there goes the phone. What else could go wrong? Judy, go ahead, girl. This is your best chance, or that fly's gonna be gone again. Come on, Judy. She's waiting for it to make a buzz sound. And the fly usually sees a spider and knows not to move. Ah, it moved. However, it went on the underside of the egg sac, out of Judy's vision at all, and reaching ability. So looks like second attempt has failed as well. At least she's become more active through all this procedure. So maybe she'll get lucky yet today, and I'll try one more time, see what happens. And now we're going to make a little segue down the halls of academia as we enter into the next phase of this video. And it has to do with the eyes of this spider and its jumping mechanical ability. Let's go and check out what that looks like. So what kind of mysterious mathematical formulations do we find behind those 4 black spider eyes? You'll have to wait to find out. You know, when I was a kid, there was a game we used to play, and it was played, I understand, around the world, and it's still being played to this very day. We called it red light, green light. Ha ha! Yeah, still playing that game today. So you're probably asking yourself, what in the world does that have to do with anything about the jumping spider? Well, gonna have to wait. You know, when I was a kid, my parents loved to vacation up in Wisconsin. I had a ball up there. There was all kinds of cool things to do if you're a kid, you know. You can go fishing, hiking in the woods, rowboating on the lakes. Just a great place. Now, there was one spot there that some of my buddies and I, who I got to know up in Wisconsin, they took me out and showed me this place. You could jump off this rock area into, it was, I don't know, some kind of little quarry hole or something like that. You had to know exactly where to jump to, because if you jumped too short or too long, you would hit the rock bottom only about knee deep. You had to hit that hole perfectly, and that dropped down at least 12 feet. And if you didn't know where you were jumping, you didn't know where the hole was, many a kid came out of those waters with a split open leg or knee because they didn't know there was a spot you had to hit. And that's kind of reminds me of what I titled this particular video, Jumpin Judy's Adventure, Look Before You Leap. Would have been helpful for some of those kids back in the day. Would have kept them from injury. And you know, the same is true for this jumping spider, of what makes this spider tick and why this spider has to see before it leaps to catch its prey. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a great day.